Baby, man. I love no days off. This fits my vibe. Every day. No breaks. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go. Let's go.
Presented by Bet365, Never Ordinary. Also presented by Miller Time, baby. Grab a Miller Time. Suit up. Nuggets Heat tonight. Little finals rematch. We're going to talk about that. Do they have the requisite toughness? We're going to ask about that. We're going to make some bets. And to join me, oh my God! Holy crap! Look who it is! It's D-Line!
Lightning's coming, boys. The lightning's coming.
The lightning is indeed coming. Speaking of which, throw it on there, Cal. There it is. Ooh. Look at this beauty.
Unforgiving. The lightning is coming. Yeah, dude. I've never heard a more metal line in my entire life. Like I was like, that's the most metal thing I've ever heard.
Dude, that looks like a shirt that Dev would wear.
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Exactly.
Because he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he loves heavy metal.
Yes. Note
that too.
In case you've missed it, note the lightning forming a Joker crown.
I did miss that,
dope.
so thank you for that detail. I did not catch that.
It's pretty important, actually.
Yeah, pretty important one.
We got our old pal Lucifer.
Did you ever think you'd make a shirt with Lucifer in it?
I don't think a lot about my future, my history, or my past, or my present. So.
Unbelievably present human being right here, like no other. Yeah. I asked just on the last show, I asked if people like Lucifer, and people acted like it was the craziest question to ask. So I'll ask you, D-Line, do you like Lucifer?
Yeah, dude, he's weird as hell.
It's weird as hell.
Like it's a vibe setter. You know that you're like it's a keep Austin weird, keep Portland weird kind of vibe.
Dude, I missed
that's
you.
Not
I was in a desert. No
vibe.
But Denver has a vibe. Well,
Denver's not a weird vibe though.
It's not
I was
weird.
With the children. You know what?
I know.
I was with the children the whole time. People think it's weird to like Lucifer. Nobody's quite Denver like we are, so I
know. People don't get it. Plus, it has it's got a little like native art to it. It's a whole thing, man.
Also, not at the arena tonight. Hanging out in the studio. Yeah. Harrison Wind.
Well, I'm here because D-Line promised that he brought back some rakia from Serbia.
I did.
Straight off the plane. That's why I'm here.
Duty free.
Duty free?
I left it at home.
All right,
I can go get it.
Unbelievable. Anybody, DNVRlocker.com. Buy the latest shirt. It's a beauty. Wear it to a metal concert if you want to.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, my goal always, not always, but I like to make shirts that people don't even know are sports shirts. So you can just wear them, and then if people know or in the know, you're like the coolest guy in the world for wearing it. And if you don't, then you just look like you're wearing like a retro,
totally
metal tee. You know,
I like it. All right, on to the game though. The Denver Nuggets are hosting the Miami Heat, and what do you know, Wind? It's a NBA Finals rematch. What can you tell me game notes wise?
It is an NBA Finals rematch. The Heat right now, they are 33-25, currently 5th in the West. But they're hot. They've won 8 of their last 10. They're on a 5-game winning streak. And all 5 of those games have come on this 6-game road trip that the Heat are finishing up tonight in Denver. So final game of a long 6-game road trip for them tonight. Tyler Hero is out. Kevin Love is also out.
What?
So 2, big rotation contributors for them.
Kevin Love has been really good, tonight. Man. Kevin Love's been having a great season even. Like a late career renaissance, almost, you could say, for Kevin Love. Very happy for him, man.
Yeah. For the Nuggets, everybody's good to go. Nobody really on the injury report. None of the regular rotation guys on the injury report for tonight's back-to-back.
Except Jamal Murray's not playing.
No, Jamal Murray is playing.
He's playing?
He's playing.
My gosh, I thought for sure he wasn't going to play at the back-to-back. That's crazy.
He is playing. No concussion either for Julian Strawther, who took that fall late in the game last night.
Dude. Well, that
reportedly no concussion.
Listen, if there is ever an endorsement for growing your hair out,
that's it.
Dude, Julian Strawther having a big bushel of hair, that probably cushioned his fall.
That was a pretty nasty fall, man.
It was terrible.
And when he got up, there was a moment they called timeout when he kind of walked to the bench and then turned the wrong way. And he
looked a little woozy to me.
He looked woozy to me, man, but maybe he wasn't.
That would have killed Kale.
I would have. No hair there to help him out. No hair.
Oh my God. So regular starters for the Nuggets tonight. The Heat, I've got their starters here. Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo.
Pretty good start.
Nikola Jokic. Finally getting the chance to play against Nikola Jokic tonight.
Oh, man, that's special, actually. That's cool. I didn't think about that angle.
Yeah. Terry Rozier, who they just got in a trade, And then DeLon Wright, who they just got off the buyout market.
Nuggets Twitter favorite, DeLon Wright?
The most favorite.
How many points can he have? What's the fewest amount of points tonight that he can have for Nuggets Twitter to claim that the Nuggets should have gotten DeLon Wright?
Spiral out of control.
Yeah, to like totally lose
the
their
points don't even matter. It's if he's a +1.
If he's a +1,
Yeah.
I knew.
If he's in the positives tonight, quote, he could have helped the bench.
He could have helped the bench.
Yeah.
I think it's fair, though. Honestly, I'll tell you what. I liked what I saw from him the other night with them. He played very well. I kind of liked.
I haven't watched him yet, so I'm excited to watch him
Nuggets
tonight.
totally should have gotten him, D-Line.
What
are they doing?
I'm in my feelings about this.
You just don't like when people are doing the theoretical basketball when their team is the reigning NBA champions. They could have gone 16-3, D-Line. They could
I'll just say this: like, Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce. You know what I mean? Like,
He said it.
You're right. It's never enough.
there's just
never
enough.
These are the insights we missed, man. You're 100% right.
I got some quotes from Michael Malone here pregame. He's a little upset that this game is on a back-to-back.
He should be. Malone finds disrespect everywhere.
Isn't it great that the first matchup of the two teams that were in the NBA Finals is on the second night of a back-to-back? This should be a premier game.
Disrespect merchant.
One thing I will say
Malone.
is it is a premier game. It's on national television.
Right. But I think, like, premier game comes before back-to-back.
Yeah.
Like, you circle the premier games, then you say, okay, these aren't going to be on back-to-backs.
Malone disagrees with Tim Legler about how much you should talk about being on a back-to-back. Legler thinks never. It's not a big deal.
I know.
Malone, he'll talk about it every time.
Well, I feel
I
like
side more with Legler on that. I don't think it's nearly as big of a deal as people make it out to
the
be.
worst games I've ever watched in my fandom have all been back-to-backs.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about that.
Travel, though, is half of a back-to-back. No travel. They get to go to their home beds. They get no acclimation. I'm serious. That gives you, buys you like an extra 4 hours.
Dude, plus they had true garbage time. Like, they didn't have to
Last
put in
night's game was
they
pretty
didn't have
light.
to put a full effort. So that's like a beautiful thing.
Yeah, so I think that there should be no excuse. But Malone is, of course, going to always bring it up. What other notes? Any other notes?
Last note from Michael Malone, a quote on the rotation. He says, I can't recall many teams that have won a championship trying to also play as many young players as we're playing off the bench.
Dude.
This is Doc Rivers we're talking to? Who gave the presser today? Was it Doc?
Dude, you know what Michael Malone is doing? And God bless him. Like, why is Michael Malone not even in the Coach of the Year conversation?
You think that's what he's doing?
He should be.
He's setting the table for, like...
Dude, he needs to...
He's not. He's lining up the potential excuses.
Well,
I don't know, man. I feel like he's got to be... He wants people to understand, like, listen, this is not as easy as it seems like it is. Like, you guys should pay attention here.
I will say, though, I did a bit of research. The 2002-2003 San Antonio Spurs, you might have remembered them. They had a Manu Ginobili 1 year in the league. They had he
was basically Christian Brown.
Tony Parker 2 years in the league.
Man, he was basically Peyton Watson.
They had I think this is Avery Johnson, 2 years in the league.
Avery Johnson was only 2 years in the league in 23.
Reggie
I think that might be him. I don't know.
There's no way. Avery Johnson, man.
Steven Jackson, 3 years in the league. So they did it with a bunch of young guys in the rotation too.
Yeah, dude.
They
Avery
were a
Johnson,
pretty good team.
The oldest guy ever.
Yeah, so true. It's possible because he coached. He coached in 2007.
But he just like
that's a different Johnson, man. It's got to be.
It's actually that's Speedy Claxton.
Oh, Speedy Claxton. Oh, you're looking at the picture. I see.
I just had headshots.
I was wondering where you were going with it. I was trying to think of what John what's his
He looked like a small guy, so I was thinking Spurs point guard from around that era.
Avery Johnson played in the NBA in like '86. Man, there's no way. 2000.
Anyways, they had a lot of young guys too.
That's funny, man. All right. Well, what are you looking for in this game, D-Line? Now that you're back, actually. Walk us through. The Nuggets have been great in your absence.
Yeah, which obviously makes me very nervous. Hey, who could be nervous? Look how excited everyone is for my insights here. I'm a little nervous that my vibes may disrupt the force because it's been absolutely immaculate since the All-Star break. I mean, we all kind of talked about it. Like, I really expected them to throw this switch. The Denver Nuggets are so fucking annoying for the first half of the season because this is who they are and they can do this if they are so inclined. So the fact that they are now it's statement week and they're making statements, I mean, on the one hand is absolutely beautiful. You are just, you just laugh at yourself and everybody else that was wringing their hands earlier on, but it also just is like, why? I mean, I get it, but like, can't we just destroy people like all the time? Like, can't we just do that? We can do it. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
But the Nuggets are so back. They're so back.
So, Jokic sent a text message to the team.
From a flip phone, I'm sure.
From a flip phone. Yeah, somebody else. Dictated, not read. Why? We were waiting.
What do I think it was?
No, we were waiting on you to text us some kind of motivation.
Oh, got it. Well, I did put the shirt in the chat and no one responded, so.
You put it in there at like 3 a.m., I think.
I mean, there's been quite a bit of time between then and now.
That's true. There's nothing. That's actually how communication goes in this company. You make a comment and everyone just ignores it, and you're like, I guess nobody cares. So I'll take that as a thumbs up. It's an invisible thumbs up there.
Yeah, I was like, wow, the approval is deafening on this.
Do you think everybody responded to Jokic's text?
Yes.
That's just a text you have to respond to. You have to say something.
I think it's You don't want to be like one guy that didn't.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I bet Pickett didn't say anything.
You have one chance.
I know there was one guy who didn't get it because he lost his phone during the All-Star break. But
True story.
Other than that, I can't say who it was, but other than that.
But you also know.
And I bet everybody else responded.
All right, who's going to eat tonight, guys? Time for the Circle K. You see it behind us, the snack shelf there. We got to restock the snack shelf, man. Who's going to eat? We've all been eating too much.
Who's going to eat? Probably,
nobody here's going to eat.
Probably us
shelf.
Again. Yeah.
Circle K. Who's going to eat? D-line. Who's eating tonight?
I mean, I want to go off on a limb a little bit. Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is going to continue his streak of triple doubles. Why would he not? This is a matchup he obviously completely dominated in the finals. I don't know why it would be any different. He's on he is unforgiving. The lightning is coming. He's going to bring the terror, the thunder, the fear to the Miami Heat and remind them of exactly who it is that they are dealing with. I mean, it's just, Jokic is just like if the two people obviously that have flipped the switch the hardest, Jokic and Murray, like coming out of the break. I mean, Jokic was already sort of like toggling his intensity, but like now it's so on. Like I feel like he's going to get a triple double every game until the end of the season.
It does. It feels like a safe bet.
He's getting them in the
three
third quarters now.
Tonight would be the longest triple-double streak of his career if he gets 5 in a row. He's gotten 4 in a row before, but never 5. Who's going to eat? Can't take Jokic. He's been taken.
Aaron Gordon.
All right.
He's going to eat tonight. The Heat have an undersized front court with Jovic. Jimmy Butler might guard him. I mean, if I'm the Nuggets tonight, my game plan is try to establish, obviously Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, but try to get the ball to Aaron Gordon. Try to rack up a couple fouls on whoever's guarding him. If that's a Jimmy Butler, if that's somebody else. That's a strategy that worked pretty well for Denver in the finals. I remember one game in particular where Aaron Gordon had definitely double digits in the first quarter. He had like 16-something points in the first quarter. Was that game 1? Anyways, it's a strategy that I think usually sets Denver well up for a game if they feed Aaron Gordon early, if they establish him early, and that's where I hope the Nuggets' mindset is tonight.
I was going to say the bench tonight, just to the way I always bet on Christian Brown threes, just to be to zig, so if I get it right, it's great. But I'm actually going to go, as you were talking, I realized who's going to have the great game. Michael Porter Jr. Why? Vote's not here.
Yeah, it's true.
Vote's not here tonight. I predict a Michael Porter masterclass, and Vote is just furious that he doesn't get to cook on the show.
This is what the real sharps do, is that they survey the entire ecosystem, all of the factors involved. That one being the strongest. Dude, Michael Porter Jr. is going to have a career night.
He might go for 50 tonight, Michael Porter will. We should, if that happens, we won't even bring Vote on the post game. We'd just be we don't have time for it. Show went a little long.
That, and we just, shouldn't bring it up on the show. Not even just gloss over and just be like,
we forgot to mention that. Guys, I've been thinking about this lately because the Heat have not. The Heat were a Cinderella story last year, and this year they haven't been off to the. They've got health issues, man, more than anybody else, and they're under the radar. Even by their own standards, they're under the radar. But then I got to thinking, I actually would love a Heat Nuggets reunion. Just because we're already, I'm telling you, it happens every year. Remember when they went 16-4 last year in the playoffs? Remember how it felt like, oh, this is awesome. Everybody's going to be. Now, the Nuggets have won people's respect. People are treating them like the defending champs, but nobody wants it. And part of me goes, you know what? It'd be awesome if the Heat ran through the East again as a lower seed. It just did it. Well, everybody's. Joel Embiid is now ready for it. The Celtics are now ready for it. Giannis and Dame, oh my God, here it comes. And it was just like, nope, it's still the Heat. You guys all suck, and it's Nuggets Heat too. And guess what? Great basketball the whole way through.
Would that be that surprising?
No.
My pick right now for a finals is Nuggets Heat.
Oh, man.
Really?
Why not, dude?
Man.
How can you trust anybody in the Eastern Conference? And one team you kind of do trust is the Miami Heat.
Yeah. They are good. They are good.
Boston is by far and away the best team in the East. We all know that. They are clearly a level, maybe 2 levels above everybody else. But you don't trust them in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You kind of just trust the Heat. So, I mean, I would pick a Nuggets Heat finals if I had to pick right now.
But D-Line, would you want that? Would it be, is there something that you would enjoy like I would of ruining everyone's fun?
Just being the ultimate foil. Like, if you guys, like... If you're not going to respect me, I'm going to burn your house down.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. I don't care. Yeah, screw it. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like, it is hilarious. The greatest thing about being on the outskirts and then becoming the champion is that you get to clown the entire system. You get to laugh at how ridiculous it is. And it would be amazing if everything that everybody talked about the entire year didn't have anything to do with the way that it ended up. You just laugh at them again. Like, none of you people know what's going on. You realize that? No one knows what's going on.
It would be beautiful. I would love it. It would be one of those things where everybody wants. Here's what it is. I always call it eating your vegetables. Make Adam Silver eat his vegetables. He loves when the court is fluorescent and there's, oh my gosh, all this wacky stuff. He loves that stuff. And it's like, you know what? 2 tough, good teams, 2-way teams that execute and developed and had continuity. That's what you get. Those are your vegetables. And guess what? It's delicious and it's hilarious to watch you guys all suffer through it. When years from now you'll look back and be like, man, those were good teams back then. It's like, you didn't enjoy it when it happened.
Yeah, it's like eat your vegetables, but your vegetables are French fries.
That's
like, oh man, we really have to eat this? You're like, this is amazing.
This is the most delicious meal I've ever had in my life. I'm rooting for it. I honestly want it to happen, and the only reason you wouldn't root for it is I actually just think the Nuggets are a bad matchup for the Heat. So I think the Nuggets would win in 5 like they did last year. And
maybe even 4 this year.
You know, and if they play the Celtics, I do think it's box. There's maybe more narratives, but again, I don't care. I would love all of those teams to be revealed for the frauds they are. And the 2 teams that most leaned into culture are the teams that just keep winning in the era of cultureless basketball. That brings me to toughness. Last year, I thought the Heat and the Nuggets were the 2 toughest teams in the NBA, and that's why they went where they went. I think the Heat are once again one of the toughest teams. And I told you early on in the year I was worried about the Nuggets. They lost Bruce Brown. They're going to miss his toughness. This run that they've been on, to me, has shown me that the Nuggets, yes, they miss Bruce Brown's toughness, but they still have their own toughness. They are showing me that they're a tough team. Do you agree, Harrison? Tough. Not good. Tough.
I do. I feel like guys like Aaron Gordon, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Christian Brown as of late, have elevated this team's toughness to above a level where it was earlier this season, where I agree. There were some questions. I feel like they're just as tough as they were last year. I really do. And I mean, something that like Nikola Jokic proves throughout every regular season is he's as tough as they come. Like, you never have to worry about him. But I'm loving what I'm seeing from the others lately in that toughness category.
Yeah, it is amazing. And it's like you realize that the Bruce Brown toughness was sort of like a cherry on top. It was like amazing that they had it, but it wasn't the reason that they won. We all knew that, but he just had like some particularly tough moments that really helped the Nuggets along, but they also just crushed everybody in their path. So, and there are echoes of his toughness in places, it's sort of like a Moneyball version of Bruce Brown with Peyton Watson and Christian Brown. You've got like some of the things that he brought through those guys. You don't have like the one guy that's going to jaw D'Angelo Russell and like do those things necessarily. Maybe, I don't know. But, like, the Nuggets don't need it. Jokic is so tough on his own, and Murray gets so mean. More so than tough. Like, Murray's mean. And when those two get into that world, it's like, they're unforgiving.
Yeah. Here comes the lightning. I actually would say Murray's tough. Because, like, and that's the part of it, is, like, we've known Jokic is tough, and he's really upped the toughness against Draymond and in some of these last games. But I think Murray, too, man. That's when I was watching that Warriors game. That was the thought that came to my mind when I was watching. I was like, oh, that's right. These guys are tough SOBs, man. They're just tough, and you're going to get physical and get no whistles and get away with stuff. Guess what? They're just so much above that it doesn't even register with them. So I agree with you. I think that Bruce was swagger and toughness, and they missed that because he was fun. But they still have the real steak and potatoes is there.
They got it.
Jamal Murray is so tough. I mean, just think about how many times it looks like he's got nothing going, and then before we know it, it's a flurry, and he's got 20.
True.
Like, that's tough. Playing through injuries like Jamal Murray always does, and how he elevates his game even when he's not 100%, that's tough.
Yeah.
You know what also really struck me last couple games watching Jamal Murray is that he's finally played himself into shape. Like, he's in good shape now. He really is. Like, he's moving well. Well, even when he's not moving well, like, he is a little hobbled. Obviously, he's got the shin splints issues.
Didn't see it last game, though. I didn't notice it.
That's what was weird, man. The Golden State game.
He looked it early.
I thought he looked terrible physically, but he just rose above it and got to his spots and made shots. Last night, I thought he looked great physically.
Comparatively. But he's in shape now. He's in shape, so it's game over.
And he was sprinting. Like, the last game, there was times when he would sprint the ball up the court and then stop, and it almost felt like he was conditioning himself. Maybe. Like, he was like, run, just get some extra, like, get used to doing this for no reason. So I'm kind of with you. I'm with it, man. We're feeling it. Statement week is off to a good start, 2-0. Tonight, you can get halfway through statement week, 3-0. That'd be a big time
That'd be
start.
a big statement.
And like we said when we were previewing Statement Week, one of the goals was to do well enough where you didn't have to worry about the rest of the season dropping below the 4 seed. Well, you're holding up your end of the bargain right now, and the Clippers are losing. So it's working out well so far.
It is working out well so far. All right, everybody's favorite tart. Dev's not here.
Oh, I didn't get his.
That's everybody's favorite part?
That's all right.
It's the part where we make money using the Bet365 Never Ordinary app. We'll just have to listen to D-Line today.
All right, let's start the way that we always do, only with Dev normally.
On the other side of things?
The Nuggets and the Heat. The Nuggets are favored by 6.5 points at home.
Yo, we won big. I never check my bank account until I log in each time. Did good last time.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. For all the betting experts out there, the easiest way to win is when your team is killing people. You just win, like, because you just usually your bets are like coloring the way that you want the game to go.
Totally.
And then when it does, you just like reap the rewards.
Guess what? The game has been going the way we've wanted it 4 times in a row.
Yes, right. So the Nuggets are favored by 6.5 points. To me, that's a lot of points. I really hate betting on that angle of the game, but it shows you like the Nuggets have the respect. They the Heat obviously aren't highly seeded, but they are highly regarded, and they're still getting a pretty hefty number coming into the Mile High City. So that's pretty amazing. And the point total 214.5. I don't know, like
slow pace game.
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, obviously the last time we matched up against the Heat, it was in the finals, so that's like the slowest pace game.
It was like 83 to 81 or something.
Those are the slowest possible games you can have. I don't know if it necessarily is that low for regular season, but that's another one I'd probably stay away from. I might take the under on that, but all the same. On the other side of things, because we're not talking about the fucking Heat, let's take a look at the Denver Nuggets. I'm going to bet Nikola Jokic to get a triple-double.
You're going right for the first one. I love that. Unlike Dev, who just he teases us the whole time, you go right into it. I was going to ask, all right, so triple-double tonight.
Yes, man. Yeah, why are we messing around? Let's go for the good stuff.
I agree. This would be a record-setting triple-double.
That's why Dev is a better lover than me also. I just go right for the
Win, are you feeling this triple-double tonight?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Probably 3/4.
Yeah, 3/4 triple-double.
I'm feeling a blowout tonight, kind of, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Nuggets?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They've been locked in.
I mean, obviously the major thing that they have working against them is that is the second night of a back-to-back, well documented. But as we mentioned, as Adam so astutely pointed out, they did not have to travel. As I astutely pointed out, they did get to take the fourth quarter off essentially. So it's a half to back. So we've got a little bit working in our favor. I love the Nuggets tonight. I'm going to take that.
Jokic is still plus money on the triple-double on Bet365.
You know, it's gross negligence on their part.
They haven't caught on to it, apparently.
You have to pounce.
They're not watching the Nuggets.
You have to treat them like a wounded animal and pounce when they're weak. Bet365. They're showing you their belly. You just have to pounce, take advantage. So I'm on that. I'm with Jamal Murray to hit over 2.5 threes. Those two guys, man, I'm betting all of everything that they have until they show me that they're not locked in, which would be hard to imagine at this point in time.
I love this. I love the way we do bets because I don't have to think.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
that's the best way to bet.
Yeah. I don't know. Sounds all right. So
don't even think about it.
Well, now that we're at it, you might want to take that 1-800-GAMBLER number. Also, now that I'm thinking about. I don't know. What else do you guys feel from this game? Like, you think Aaron Gordon's going to eat? Do you think this is a Gordon points game? Do you think this is a Gordon assist or a rebounds game?
I think it's a Gordon points game, a Gordon points plus rebounds.
Points and rebounds. Points plus rebounds.
I could see that. Yeah, I'm on that.
Aaron Gordon points plus rebounds, 18.5, pretty high, but
also I'm seeing a note here. The Heat changed up their starting lineup. It's actually Duncan Robinson starting, I believe, instead of DeLon Wright.
Oh man.
Okay.
So I don't know if that impacts your bets at all, but
Nuggets Twitter in an absolute free fall.
Can we bet our way out of a Peyton Watson little mini, not slump, but he hasn't been that great. 1.5 steals plus blocks. Are we feeling that?
1.5 stocks.
I like
plus
that.
130.
I like that a lot.
I like that. Yeah, I like
the second night of a back-to-back, you probably got to play him a little bit more because you don't want to overwork your starters.
Yeah, I think that's. I like that.
You like that?
You got to bet your way through it.
You got to bet your way through it, man. You just got to keep betting.
What about Michael Porter Jr. 2.5 threes?
Are you speaking my language over there? Is that my language?
105.
I like that too. The man he's been putting them up. We just got to hope that none of those threes are wide open because then they won't go.
Oh, he'll never hit that. That's pretty good. Pretty good amount of bets.
I feel good about
Kel,
this.
bring up the shirt again. One last time, guys, before we get out there. Just for good measure.
The lightning is coming. Yeah, dude. This is
Blucifer, the first Jokic Blucifer crossover shirt in existence.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I was like, listen, it's a horse. It is Denver.
Oh, you're so right. It is a horse.
It's like you would see this. I mean, when I heard that, I was like, that's an AC/DC album.
Yeah.
Unforgiving. The lightning is coming. And I was like, how would AC/DC approach having the greatest basketball player in the world that was can't be anything but also the funniest person in the world?
So good.
Will Jokic buy this shirt? As Harrison Wind has reported, there have been shirts within the vicinity of Nikola Jokic.
We are definitely going to give Brantley shirts to give to P-Watt to give to Nikola Jokic.
All right.
And then we're going to demand payment.
Tell him you can just pay us any time.
We'll send him a Venmo link.
Yeah, we'll send him a Venmo, man. That's incredible.
Welcome back from Mahesh. I wonder if this is Mahesh from Be a Good Person. Is it? Are you that Mahesh?
Let us know in the chat.
Such a homie. We love you, Mahesh, if that's the case.
But if you're the other Mahesh, we also love you.
If you're not that Mahesh, then, start a clothing brand in Denver, and then you can get a little love from us. Welcome back. Love you, folks.
She super chatted it. He said, D-Line, welcome back. Love the show, fellas.
Well, I took a break. I was saying love you guys, and then I was going to read the rest. Love the show, fellas.
Yeah, D-Line, welcome back.
I was interjecting.
You back.
I was interjecting.
How does it feel to be loved?
My personal construct is such that I feel no outward emotion coming in.
There you have it, folks. He doesn't love you. All right, hit that like button on the way out. We'll see you on the other side.
We all silly like the mayor.